Oregon. Happily anticipated flat miles. Excitement for its famous PCT landmarks. And with Washington in sight, we began to feel like we might just do it.
Nah, let's go back. 450-ish miles of relatively flat trail, mostly covered in woodland. Some cool towns. We're not expecting any mishaps, are we? I found it. Oregon is stunning. There's thick forest everywhere. And then every now and again you get a wide open meadow. At times today the sound of the wildlife has been deafening, which is the first time really on the whole trail. Wow. Next stop, Crater Lake.
Broken skyline, moving through the airport. She's an honest defector.
We're on the Crater Lake Rim Trail.
There's a free trolley from the National Park campsite. Takes you all the way to the crater rim.
It's an alternative to the PCT, a little shorter.
But we've banked so many spare miles
It's well worth it.
that we're okay with it.
We've been to the lodge for a buffet breakfast.
Now I feel a bit sick.
At 2,000 feet, Crater Lake is the deepest in the US. And the caldera draws a crowd.
God, it's so busy.
You can't help but get into tourist spots and towns at the weekend sometimes. But something happens to you after 2,000 miles on the trail. You start to really want to avoid people.
Day hikers smell so good. We couldn't help but breathe them in as they pass. And feel a little apologetic for our own appearance.
Good hitch, best hitch ever.
But not in Ashland.
It was cool. It's like a melting pot of gentrification and hippie culture. There's bars and restaurants there where it's £40 for a meal. But there's people in there without any shoes on.
All the world is comatose. Sit when you and I are close.
We spent last night at a British pub watching open mic. And we liked it. We thought it was a pretty cool place. I'd always planned to groom. It's only 8 a.m. It's very nearly 30 degrees. The mosquitoes of Oregon are legendary, and with good cause. We've been eaten alive for the last 60 miles. They seem to be able to bite through fleeces and shirts and bastards. And there's still snow. Oh, good one.
motivation has been lacking quite a bit this past week or two. We've just been waking up, can't really be bothered to hike, don't want to do the miles, and Oregon's supposed to be the easiest bit, but we've just found it a bit mentally challenging at times. So we decided to slow it down. There's a lot of resorts in this stretch along the way, so we're making the most of those, doing shorter days.
We're stopping at Shelter Cove, Elk Lake Resort, Big Lake Youth Camp. 3 days of town food on a 7-day stretch. Can't be bad.
It's not very often we get a chance to be able to do something like this, so it's not all about the walking, it's not all about the miles. We're gonna see all that we can while we can, make the most of it.
Has it been raining?
It's literally, I've just had a shower and you come out and it's, I can't even explain it.
Soaked, I think you would say.
It's just like so humid.
Trail angel called Devilfish has left all this water. Same guy who left it in the desert for us and kind of saved our lives. Thanks, Devilfish. Absolutely amazing. If this hadn't been here, it would be a 21-mile water carry today, all the way to camp. That shirt I've got is like anti-bug. Nozzy life. Do a shirt review.
Oh dear.
Everyone says Oregon's the easiest bit of the trail. It's relatively flat, and other than the bugs, you just cruise through. We're not finding that. Physically, it's okay.
Physically it's fine, I think. I'm just tired and I think the heat's getting to me more even at the moment. It's like sticky heat.
Instead
The
of
bugs.
that hot heat.
That's rubbish.
Damn it.
Oregon miles were some of our lowest on trail. The first time we'd really thought about quitting. Bend couldn't come soon enough.
It's a 27-mile day today, which we are completely ignoring, and are headed into Elk Lake Resort because we are in need of some serious motivation.
Yeah, so we're gonna get some coffee, some pastries, a Dr. Pepper.
And worry about it later.
We'll get there when we get there.
We're in Bend, where we've managed to get the tent fixed.
Like a jigsaw puzzle with a couple of pieces gone. And he's bad, Leroy Rand.
It's like the most immaculate town I've ever seen. There's 23 breweries here. It's not where IPA was created, but be forgiven for thinking so. We're sad to be on the way out of Bend, but we did meet David and his lovely wife Amy, who picked us up, gave us the most amazing hospitality, showed us around their town, treated us to dinner, and now are giving us a ride back to the trailhead as well. An absolutely amazing stop. We're gonna miss Bend.
Yeah.
There's a huge fire behind us, so we're keen to make some progress. Picked up the news this morning, so there's 6 more overnight, all from lightning strikes all over Oregon. Some are contained, some aren't. There's definitely one ahead of us. The air's really hazy. We've picked up some masks today. The weather forecast is for thunderstorms, so we hope that helps. 2 years ago, the Lion's Head fire devastated the PCT, and it's still closed. There's a fair few hikers have been ignoring that closure and walking through.
Mount Jefferson.
And the gut hook comments all point towards $200 fines, loads of rangers on trail, revocation of your PCT through hiking permit. So while we were considering joining them, we're not gonna.
It was due to open any day.
Devilfish is amazing. He's doing shuttles around the fire closure, shortest point to shortest point, so you only skip 18 miles, but the car journey is 5 hours.
We've missed our carefully arranged shuttle around the Lion's Head closure. Where it picked us up from was not where we thought it picked us up from. It's a further 3 miles. We are all now sweaty, disappointed messes. It's either try a night hike through the closure and hope we're not turned around or fined or have our permits taken off us, or try and find an alternate around with no phone signal. Rangers just offered us a lift into Detroit and we said no, which we're also regretting because we could do this over breakfast.
Between this, the new fire closures, and the threat of more, hikers had begun skipping Oregon altogether.
There's a dirt road through the forest which only intersects the closure very minimally. So we got on there, we hiked to Olali Lake. We weren't interfering with any of the trail crew's work or anything like that. How are your feet?
Oh, they're hurting. They're really painful today. Like swollen, painful.
And the seasons will change us new, but you're the best I've known. And you know me, I could not be stuck on you if it weren't true.
Yeah, it's the film with the twins in. And all the death.
Yeah.
Welcome to Timberline Lodge. Well, you don't really want to stay the night.
No, mainly because of the film, but also because it's over $300.
Mainly because of the $300.
Hand forged by Red Rum Axe Company.
So kingdom come, you're the one I want to see me for all the stupid shit I've done. Soaring 6 feet under, kept just like we were before you knew you'd know me.
We're coming to the end of Oregon, and it's fair to say we've been in a bit of a hole.
Yeah.
Between injuries and bugs and the heat, it's not been the cruisy state that everyone says it is, at least not for us. But we are well fed, just out of Timberline Lodge, and everything's good on trail. We have got 49 miles to Cascade Locks and the Bridge of the Gods.
So this was our song. This was
We decided to take the Eagle Creek alternate route, which takes you past all these amazing waterfalls. It's actually incredible. I can't believe it.
Flip-flopping. The act of jumping sections of trail to avoid fires, closures and weather, perhaps to return later. The PCT class of 23 had flopped into Cascade Locks. But a side quest to Portland cemented our return to form.
It's like the worst Christmas ever.
And some trail angels are friends for life.
crawling 6 feet under, get to us 'cause you know just like we
We're ready.
It's my exciting face. It looks like my other face.
$500 miles to go.
Where's your beard gone?
I got rid of it. It does.